Well, it's definitely earned me more money. Just like Decatur, they were paying 70 cents more for summer corn there in August. We were hauling corn 100 mile for 40 cents, and we're making 30 cents, and I wouldn't even known that price was probably on there. I wouldn't have thought of calling Decatur, but when you go to the Grower's Edge page, then it takes all that running around out of it for you.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's September 17th, 2014. I'm Logan Burgess. Once again, we had a relatively quiet trade here for the grains in Chicago. Take a look at the iPad. We saw corn down 2.5 cents. November beans picking up 1 1/4 pennies, and Chicago wheat showing a little bit of strength, up 3 1/4. To start the trade session, we had a large export sale of soybeans reported to China for 620,000 metric tons. But as you can see from the daily settlements, that really did not do a lot to move the bean market. We know right now a Chinese delegation is touring the Midwest. Typically, we do see some large export sales booked during this tour, but it really seems like the trade has been discounting these sales a bit. As we know, China does have somewhat of a reputation for canceling sales later in the marketing year, so today's sales really did not do a lot to support the November soybean contract. If we take a look at domestic usage, we got some good ethanol numbers out here today. Last week, production averaged 931,000 barrels per day, as you can see on the chart here. Very strong compared to what we've seen here over the last 4 marketing years. And really what's been driving this stronger ethanol production has been a very weak corn market and an ethanol market which has remained relatively strong. For anybody still holding old crop corn or looking to the new crop, we're seeing very strong basis levels right now at ethanol facilities as crush margins remain very profitable. It does seem right now that ethanol merchandisers are able to bid a little bit more aggressively for corn deliveries than what we've seen here in years past. We also had some things to talk about here in terms of the currency market. As you can see here, this is a daily chart of the December dollar index, and today we had a sharp move higher following announcements from the Federal Reserve that they were forecasting a faster pace of rate hikes here over the next 2 years than they had projected in their June report. As you can see here, this really pushed the dollar index another leg higher, and this has been a negative factor on grains for really the last 3 months. You can see that since July, the dollar index has moved sharply higher. When we see a big move out of the dollar, U.S. grain prices need to come down if they are going to be competitive on the world front, and that's going to become all the more important as we enter the second half of the marketing year and we start to get some beans out of South America. Now tomorrow on the currency front, there will be some added focus as Scotland is going to be voting whether or not they want to secede from the United Kingdom. That vote will be starting tomorrow. There probably won't be a firm answer on that referendum until late tomorrow night. But that's going to be something that could be moving the currency markets as well. We'll have to see how the dollar react. May not see a massive move out of it, even if Scotland does vote to secede. But as you can see today, the dollar obviously had a very strong reaction to the Fed announcement and will continue to do so here moving forward. In tomorrow's trade, we are going to be getting the export sales report out. You can see that for corn, 550 to 750,000 metric tons expected to be sold there. Relatively strong weekly figure. Not nearly the sales, though, expected for soybeans, 1.1 to 1.4 million tons expected sold there. That report will be coming out tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Central Time. 7:30 a.m. Central Time. We'll be tweeting about that as it comes out. If you want to follow us on Twitter, @GrainTV is where you can find us over there. Looking down the pipe as well, we will be getting out some Informa numbers on Friday, so those will be looked at very closely. Not only are they going to be projecting yield and production here for the current marketing year, but also making some acreage estimates more forward-looking into next crop year. We'll keep you posted on those numbers as they come out on Friday. Thanks a lot for joining us here on GrainTV. We'll see you here tomorrow.